Hello and welcome to the Titanfall Academy playlist, where you can find a bunch of useful information compacted into bite-sized videos. I'm your liaison, Sir Kibble2. We're going to go over the very basics of Titanfall, starting with the main menu and everything you can access from there. If you want to know something specific, go ahead and click on any of the links to jump to that topic. So let's get started. Let's quickly start with the title screen. Yes, there's something you can do on the title screen. Titanfall is entirely run on servers, so every time you boot up the game, you're placed into a server based on your region. If, for whatever reason, you're placed in the wrong server or you want to change your server, hit the X button or corresponding key on the PC and it'll bring up a list of available servers. Choose the one that's appropriate for your region, unless you want to troll and choose Japan West or something. Once you're past the title screen and the game has finished its incessant loading, you're greeted with a load of options. Let's start with the three bolded ones. The first we'll go over is Classic, and it's exactly that. You know it. It's jumping into a match and slaying folks. You have 5 modes to choose from: Attrition, Last Titan Standing, Hardpoint Domination, Capture the Flag, and Pilot Hunter. Choose your game mode, wait for the server to put you on IMC or Militia, wait for the 90-second timer to go down, and you're off. Simple. You've probably done it a million times already. Literally. Campaign is a little different, but not by much. The first time you play it, you're put into a lobby on the IMC or Militia. From there, you play games of either Attrition or Hardpoint Domination based on the level you're playing. Before each match, there's always a dialogue set up in the lobby during your 90-second wait, and there's plenty of dialogue happening while you're fighting.
Do not underestimate them.
Everything else is the same as Classic. If you don't finish the entire campaign of either side, when you choose Campaign again, you'll have level selections. In either of the bottom corners, you can tell which levels you've completed on either side. If there's no insignia in a corner, that means you need to finish the mission on that particular side. But anytime you choose a level, it's random which side you'll be put on, so you might have to back out a few times before you get placed on the correct side. The last option is Training. Everyone has to do this before they start the game, but in case you want to revisit anything, you can click this and a list of specific types of training pop up. Choose whichever one you want and go mess around. If you're wondering if you can skip the training before you jump in, you can. The next option is Pilot Loadouts. If you've reached level 5, you'll be able to customize your own pilot loadouts. Besides being able to do that in the lobby, you can do that on the main menu if 90 seconds isn't enough time in between matches. We'll go over specifics of loadouts in a later video. At level 10, you'll be able to customize your own personal Titan loadouts, which you can also access from the main menu in case 90 seconds isn't enough. The next option is Burn Cards, which are Titanfall's quote-unquote perk system. You have 3 slots available and you'll unlock your first slot at level 7. The other 2 are unlocked at level 9 and 11. Burn cards are valuable, so we'll go over those in more detail in another video, but know this is where you can organize your burn cards. If you have empty slots, a message next to the word will show you how many slots are open. If that message isn't showing, the number you see is how many burn cards you own. You can hold up to 25. If you're curious about how you did in the last match, you can check your last game summary. Respawn has been pretty good about not revealing stats dealing with KD and point tallies, so you won't be able to know how well you did on the last game's scoreboard. But you can view how many points you achieved and where you got those points from. If you press down while viewing the XP earn screen, you'll see a point breakdown on the right side. On the next page, you'll be able to see anything you unlocked after that match. And on the next screen, you can see the challenges you completed or made progress on. The next menu option is Personal Stats. Personal stats are the typical things you'll find in most other games. But let's look at the overview and kill record screen really quick. The overview screen shows you the gun you've killed the most with, your most used gun, and your most efficient gun. It also shows which Titans you've unlocked and how much time you've spent playing other modes. At the bottom you'll see how many games you've played, how many you've won, your win percentage, how many times you were MVP, and how many times you've placed in the top 3. Now you notice my top 3 is above my games won record, so this records how many times you've placed in the top 3 between both teams. On the right side of the card, you can see other details like how many challenges you completed among other things. The next screen is the kill records card. Here you can check all the details about kills as a pilot and a Titan. You'll also notice it doesn't show how many deaths you have. Like I said, Respawn didn't want you to know that info, but you can still check out your KD. Your KD is separated by lifetime and versus pilot averages. Lifetime calculates all the pilots, grunts, and specters you've killed. The versus pilot averages only pilots, obviously. All the other personal stat cards are fun little facts about your playstyle. Check them out as you please. They're pretty fascinating once you've played for a while. The next menu option is challenges. Titanfall has a variety of challenges. Play time challenges, weapon challenges, Titan challenges, pilot challenges, etc. Each challenge has 5 tiers, and the completion of those challenges earns you the experience and or burn cards. In the general tab, you can see all the challenges that are most recently active. If you press the Y button or the corresponding PC button, you can see every tier for those challenges, whether you've completed it or not. The last menu is options. Pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to note that there aren't custom bindings on the Xbox One version, and you can never really turn the music off. If you want the music completely off, you'll have to turn down the music volume, which also mutes music in the lobby. On the music setting, you have the option for full or reduced. Reduced limits the amount of music played during classic multiplayer. It never fully goes away, and you can't change any of the settings for campaign. Now, there is one more option, but only if you've reached level 50. Regeneration. You choose this option and you'll have to go through 3 confirmation screens to finally approve your regeneration. This clears all your challenges, your unlocks, except Titan unlocks, and your level. You're awarded a badge and you'll earn increased experience through the next generation. However, only completing the first generation is this simple. Once you reach Generation 2, in order to move on to the next generation, you'll have to complete specific challenges pulled from the challenges list. These challenges never change and are the same for everyone. Now you may have noticed back in the challenges menu, there was an option for regen requirements. If you've never regenerated, you won't see this. But if you're Generation 2 and above, you can go to the challenges screen and check which challenges you have to complete. As you can see, I'm Generation 4 level 50, but if I go to regenerate, I'm met with the screen telling me how many challenges I have to complete before regenerating. So that's a pretty in-depth look at all the menu options from the start of the game. In the next video, we'll look closer at the specific multiplayer modes and what they're about. So thanks for watching, see you next time.